Hi, y'all. Um, I thought I'd talk about jewelry making and just being generally crafty. My best advice to anyone who wants to do something crafty, like they want to wear a certain type of jewelry, is to just look around, get some ideas. Uh, if you need instruction, look around on Google, just get on the internet and poke around. And then get your hands dirty. Make mistakes. Like doing makeup. Make mistakes. Get going. At Hobby Lobby, I found a bunch of really neat fairy tale themed trinkets and such. One of those was this locket. It's shaped like a storybook. It's got a rose on there, a couple of birds. It's really cool. And I just went to Michael's and found a chain to put it on. I don't have pierced ears, so I have to be creative when I go about earring shopping. If I can figure out how to get it onto a clip-on setting, then I don't have a problem. And that's usually not a problem with dangly earrings. It's the studs that I can't do anything with. Other than probably what I would probably do is cut off the back, the post on the back, and then attach it, like glue the back of the stud onto an earring, a clip-on back like this. Now, this has an adhesive on there. I'm not entirely convinced that the adhesive is going to stay, but for now I'm not going to fiddle with it. I'll use probably crazy glue to keep the rose here from the fairytale line on the back of this on this thing, so that I can continue wearing my pretty rose earrings. I like roses, so in case you haven't noticed. Another thing that I tend to do when I have trouble trying to get something to fit properly onto the earring is if it's dangly and there's no obvious hole to get a ring in, I make one. And that what I use is one of those straight pins for beading. I just curl that around and then hook one end on here and then make a loop around some hole on the thing, the earring itself, the little trinket on the ear that you're going to be wearing. I got a pair of bone spikes that I got from the Indian powwow, not that comes around every year, and I did the same thing with that because the thing didn't fit properly on one of these earring backs. So I had to get creative and try to figure out how to get that thing. And what I did was I took one of those straight pins for beading and then looped it in and then created my own loop for them. I've never had a problem with them. The only problem I have with any of these is that eventually they'll start to tarnish, and you'll need to, because this one is already tarnishing, actually. It's all cheap. Please note that. But it is pretty, and, you know, cheap jewelry is not necessarily a bad thing. It's just got to be aware that cheap jewelry is cheap. You gotta take care of cheap jewelry a little more than you do regular good jewelry. Because good jewelry doesn't tarnish that quickly. This stuff does. So I'm going to have an interesting time taking care of this one, because I love this. And if you want to know what's inside, I'm pretty sure you probably just saw that. But if you didn't, I'm sure you can figure it out. It's stupid, it's silly, and I thought I'd do it anyway. So I just thought I'd give a few pointers on that. Always get yourself a small mini plier set for jewelry making if you're going to do this, because it will come in handy for many things, including cutting stuff off if you got the right clipper pliers. Those come in handy so much you do not even understand. I went through several of the straight pins on these arrow earrings, trying to figure out how to get that thing in there the way I did it before. Because I know I did it before, I just couldn't remember how I did it. So I had to keep cutting the damn things off until I got just the right function out of these. Everything else is a lot easier. I mean, these I just stuck them on and there you go. And the lions, are all about. I get called a lion a lot, as well as cat, but you know, I get called a lion a lot by my friends. I get referred to as a lion a lot. I am, for all intents and purposes, the lion of the lot. But this is what it looks like. Most people cannot tell that I'm wearing clip-ons. I mean, literally, most people cannot tell. And with these, they can get a little iffy as to how well they'll fit on you. And so you have to fiddle with them a little while. But there's the arrows. And they look good. And they dangle as they should. And of course, these will pinch a bit more because I cannot fiddle with the width of them without worrying about breaking them. But they're also quite soft on my ears normally anyway, so yep, that's what it looks like. So if you don't have pierced ears, do not worry. You can do stuff on your own for doing earrings. It just takes a little bit of ingenuity, I guess, some inventiveness in figuring out how to do things. It doesn't take much, but it does take a little bit of that.